Perfect, pristine, pleasing to the eye, manicured lawns have been an iconic aspect of American urban life for decades. Yet, this simple, standardized piece of land comes at a heavy, water-changing price. Every day, and I dare say every hour, our world hurdles closer to environmental devastation. Now, more than ever, is it important for you to step up into your role to save the environment. And you can start in your own home. Although only about 80% of you own both a front lawn and a back lawn, all 100% of you are in support of environmentally friendly practices. Our human obsession with manicured lawns must be replaced with natural lawns and their numerous benefits in their greater biodiversity, reduction in chemicals, and relative ease to establish. Alongside my survey, I reviewed sources from Audubon, NC State Extension, Princeton Student Climate Initiative, WUSA 9, and a paper led by Rajesh Chandra Verma under the International Journal of Environment and Climate Change. In addition, I have reviewed sources from the United States Department of Energy, Environmental Protection Agency, and Fish and U.S. Wildlife Services. Over the next 10 or so minutes, we will be reviewing the harm of manicured lawns, the benefits of natural lawns, and how we can establish those natural lawns. Manicured lawns are maintained through an excessive use of already limited resources and environmentally harmful practices. The cost of water and gasoline to keep these lawns pristine is astronomically high. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, even beyond lawns, mowers spend 1.2 billion gallons of gasoline every year, with about 35% of that going into commercial mowing, making it the highest intensity use in fossil fuels. As for the cost of water, the EPA states that the average household spends about 30% of its total water just on outdoor yard work, with half of that water already being wasted due to runoff, wind, evaporation. This wasted water mixes with chemicals and becomes runoff, polluting our larger bodies of water. It disrupts the natural water cycle and it harms the groundwater reserves we humans need to drink from. In addition to the waste of natural resources, these manicured lawns house a dangerous lack of biodiversity. They have a limited array of plants and one type of grass, neither of which are native to the land that they grow upon. According to NC State Extension, native plants have highly specialized connections with one another. They need each other to survive. Replacing them with non-regional plants will eliminate those complex interactions that naturally occur. There's also been a huge decrease in wildlife, as seen within the pollinators, critical players in biodiversity. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, pollinators have faced a great decline in their numbers over the past few decades. They're losing their habitats, their natural breeding sites, often to urbanization. Now that we have gone over the damage that manicured lawns can inflict, let's take a look at natural lawns, and let's take a look at the more sustainable solution, natural lawns. To save the environment, we must replace manicured lawns with natural lawns. Natural lawns bring back that diversity in wildlife, plants, and grasses. They attract mammals, birds, and the equally important insects who serve as our pollinators, our decomposers, and helpers in the nutrient cycle. According to Rajesh Chandra Verma, these small pollinators provide us yearly services that is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. We need to consider critters like spiders who can help curb the pest populations. Verma states that this diverse cast of insects, serving as both the hunters and the hunted, can help maintain that necessary ecological balance. They're kind of like pesticides, but without the environmentally harmful chemicals. And rather than bringing in non-native plants, we should focus on the counterparts who have already been adapted to the local area. This decreases the use in chemical fertilizers, saving you time and money, as well as saving the environment, because these fertilizers are known to contribute to water pollution and greenhouse gases. According to Audubon, Cornell University's professor in plant and soil ecology, David Wolf, states that manufacturing synthetic fertilizers is a pretty intense process. For each ton of nitrogen made, about 5 tons of carbon are released into the atmosphere. And frankly, natural lawns are more beautiful than manicured lawns. While they lack that evenly cut green grass, they more than make up for it in their bright imagery and charming colors. They are complex, they are full of life. This is a perfect parallel to human nature. As the world continues urbanizing and industrializing, natural lawns can serve as a reminder of Earth's beauty. By now, I'm confident you are all aware of the dangers of manicured lawns, yet they are still the traditional American lawn. This was an ideal established in a time when climate change wasn't as much of a concern. As we get closer to the ecological tipping point, people have responded by recycling, drinking from reusable water bottles. As ecologically responsible citizens, we can continue this trend by switching to natural lawns. According to the Princeton Student Climate Initiative, it is critical to change the American mindset that the best lawn is the lawn that is best kept. Now that we're familiar with the benefits of natural lawns, let's take a look at how we can implement them. Promoting natural lawns means spreading awareness of their benefits. One way we can do this is through actual lawn conversion. However, before any of that can truly begin, you're going to have to put a lot of time and research into the subject, especially if you want to implement an environmentally safe strategy. According to NC State Extension, it's more important to know of a native plant's ability to thrive in an ecoregion than if specific plants can grow in a specific county. Familiarize yourself with the grasses and plants that are local to your area of North Carolina. Check on the condition of that soil. Figure out a way to safely remove that one grass turf. According to NC State Extension, landscapes with diverse regional flora often have long-standing histories, deep connections with the history of a land. This is also applicable to its horticultural histories, as we see in plants like the flowering dogwood, the foamflower, the Oakleaf hydrangea, and the redbud. These are just some of the plants that can grow in the Raleigh area. Yet, what if your HOA doesn't permit you to have manicured lawns? According to my survey, about 80% of you have such HOAs. While it might be difficult to change their values, it's definitely not impossible. According to the WUSA 9, there was a mail-in couple that fought back against their HOA. It was a years-long process, but it resulted in this new state law that promoted low-impact, environmentally friendly landscaping. Even if you are unable to replicate this law, you could still write a letter to your HOA addressing your concerns about manicured lawns. Additionally, you could organize a community-wide petition. Show that you're not the only one with these kind of concerns. People will act if they see that you take that first step. Even if you are unable to act within your residence, you could still contribute time and effort into projects that are dedicated to healing the ecosystem, whether they be at your local park, in your city, or maybe even on a larger national scale. To draw the speech to a close, manicured lawns are but one piece in the puzzle of climate change, but it's a problem that, with some time and effort, we can change. Over the last several minutes, we've exposed the ugly truth about manicured lawns. We've witnessed the benefits of natural lawns, and we recognize that we can fight and establish natural lawns. In this century, it is essential to prioritize the well-being of our planet. I encourage you to practice natural lawns. I encourage you to get out there to preserve our natural resources, and I encourage you to step up into that role to save not just the environment, but to save our homes. You don't have to stop at natural lawns. There are countless ecosystems out there that need saving. Nonetheless, I hope you can all walk away from this speech with an understanding of natural lawns, their importance, and what they represent. Thank you.